Hey, what's up, fam? It's your boy Darmac Builds. Hey, we got a lot going on here. Prepping for the concrete pour that we have tomorrow. A beautiful day. If you like golfing, I guess it's a good day to golf. Not one of my things to do list, but it's a beautiful day. As you can see, we got everything here prepped, ready to go. I'm walking a little bit. I hate walking on this because my feet get sometimes tangled in these 6x6 wire mesh, and it's nothing but ground after that. So, all right, as you can see, the gray pipe again, let's go over the rules again. The gray pipe represent electrical, all right? This is gonna be wire going through this. In the slab, it could be for slab outlets, or, you know, if you got an island in the kitchen, things like that. So you don't have to be cutting up your floor once the slab is being poured. The white pipes represent what? Plumbing. Okay? I'm not trying to make this difficult. This rebar that you see coming out of the ground is coming through the foundation. This is some of the columns that you see over there that's going to get raised up and put over, you know, places like this, which is like 4 steel columns. Steel rebar tied together. Got this over here as well. Those out there, there, and yeah, I got to be very careful when I walk on this thing because my foot can really get caught in one of these 6x6 squares. This is a column here. It's going to straighten these bars out. And so we got this till mill moisture barrier down on the ground. So to keep the moisture where it belongs, there, underneath that vapor barrier. You have 6 mil, you have 10 mil. Either one works. I think on this one I'm using 10 mil. Okay, so which one is better? We ain't getting into that. Just make sure you have a vapor barrier there. Okay. But you can see how it's bubbling in the little water puddles right there, right? And so all right. So let's just see what they got going on here. Okay, these are the cages here. Probably like 3 cages here. You got a cage, 1 cage here, 1 underneath. This one they just finished. Oh, there's 4 cages there. And here they're getting ready to tie it. They're gonna tie it. The guys are tying it here. Even more cages here. Can I do that? Maybe. All this right here is one of the houses. It's a two-story house. This is called rebar. These are, some people call them stirrups. We call them hoops. I mean, you know, you're not wrong. Okay, so okay, see these orange marks here? These orange marks are telling me the distance between the hoops. See it? If I say, well, I got a couple in, that's for my water. Okay. And so the next video you'll see in a couple of days is going to show these cages actually elevated and put in their correct spots. Oh, it's still there. Didn't even get into that, did I? So I'm going to go over here. And the PSI concrete we're using here is going to be like 5,000. It's like 0.4, which it doesn't have a strong water content. All right, so we're I'm gonna let you know what kind of, this is gonna be an 8x12 column. Is this 8x12? Is 8x, what size is 8x12 column? Yeah, we got 5x9. Okay, all right. Okay, so you're gonna have a column that's 8x12, but the hoops got to be 5x9 because you need concrete coverage, which is 3 inches. So.
No.
Okay. So we got going on here. So you got an 8x12. The plans call for it. That means that when you order the hoops, you order 5x9. Why? Because you need, again, 3-inch coverage around the steel. So there you go.
Next.
Now we just got to tie it up.
O sea que primero allí, entonces.
Somewhere.
Levántalo. Y las dos largas van de un lado. Y dos piezas para una. ¿Esa no es la que tengo yo? Sí. Córtale a dos.
There we go.
Igual. Ajá. Estas cuatro,
All
córtale
right.
a dos igual, lo mismo de aquello. A 10 dos. 10 dos. Y dos largas.
Okay, let's keep it going, Pete.
Y lo mismo, la misma.